friends, and welcome back to another vlog. I honestly cannot believe that it is already March. I feel like I say this all the time, but I swear that this year is already going by so quick. But anyways, with a new month comes a new TBR and candle vlog. So most of y'all know that February was all about ACOTAR month, and I just have to say that it totally exceeded my expectations. Honestly, one of the best months of my life. It was just so much fun, and I'm so happy at everyone who participated and connected with us. It honestly was just the best time. And since community is one of my biggest values, we are going to continue on with more activities that everyone and anyone can participate in with the Forever Romance Readathon. This is my first readathon, so I've been super excited about this. Shelby over at Grace with Books, I'll put her handle here along with her details in the information. Her and I have been planning this since I think December, and I'm like, I can't believe that March is already here and we're finally able to share this with you guys. But basically, the Forever Romance Readathon is to celebrate romance outside of February. I know a lot of y'all mainly focused on ACOTAR last month, like myself, and didn't have a lot of time to fit any more romance books in. So this month is going to help get that romance fix. And just to beat that stereotype of having February be the only romance month of the year. So here's your reason that you can celebrate romance every month of the year, especially reading about it in March with our readathon. So the readathon has 7 prompts, and I will share with you guys what they are. So the first one is to read a book with pink or red on the cover, read a book set in Paris, read a book from your favorite romance subgenre, read a book with a prince or princess in it, read a classic love story that stood the test of time, read a book with more than one romance trope featured in it, and read a book with your favorite romance trope. We also have a lot of fun Bookstagram prompts that y'all can use as well, and we have those set on specific dates just to make it easier for y'all. I am totally looking forward to this because I know that this is going to be another fun month, and even though that I'm sad that All About ACOTAR is ending, at least we have this to look forward to now. So the first prompt is to read a book with pink or red on the cover. I am using that as an excuse to start Crescent City. This will actually be the book I am starting with this month because I want to go from ACOTAR straight into Crescent City. I've been a little hesitant to start the series because I don't think I'm a fan of urban fantasy, but I guess we will see. And I'm trying to get myself excited because I have heard so many good things about this book, and the fact that the second one just released made me want to pick it up even more. So like I said, this is going to be the first book I will be diving into this month. The second prompt is to read a book set in Paris, and for this prompt I chose Paris is Always a Good Idea. So I've already read The Paris Connection and Kisses and Croissants, so I literally was just searching online for Paris contemporary romances and this one popped up, so I was like, alright, I'm going with it. I haven't heard much about this book, which I think makes me even more excited to read it just because I'll be going into it blind, but it looks pretty good. We'll see if I end up liking it. The third prompt is to read a book from your favorite romance subgenre. For me, it is contemporary romance. So for this prompt, I'm going to go with the book The Deal. This is part of Elle Kennedy's Off-Campus series. I have heard so many things about this series, and I have been waiting for the right time to dive into it. I absolutely love sports, so I'm really excited to read another sports romance. This will be the first one since, I think, The Cheat Sheet or the Bromance Book Club. I don't remember which one I read first, but I love sports romances, I love contemporary romance, so this one I'm super excited for, especially because I heard there are many swoon-worthy book boyfriends in here, so I'm like, yes, please. The next prompt is to read a book with a prince or princess in it, and I chose The Royal We for this prompt. I actually was recommended this one by my aunt in Maine. She was talking about this book that I guess just had a really good plot and was super cute, and she couldn't remember the name of it, but then we ended up finding it online. And she was like, you have to read it, it's so good, it's so swoon-worthy. So I was like, okay, I'll figure out a time to get it into my never-ending TBR, which it ended up working because of this readathon. I was like, all right, here's my excuse to finally read it. The next prompt is to read a classic love story that stood the test of time. This one I'm so happy about. I'm going to read Pride and Prejudice. I watched the movie, I think it was it this year or last year? I don't remember, but I watched the movie and I cannot tell you guys how obsessed I am with it. I've watched it 2 times since, and I'm literally like in love with Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet. Oh my gosh, literally the most chemistry I have ever seen between 2 characters on screen, which I think is why I immediately was like, I need to pick up this book and read it, because I'm sure if I love the movie, the book is even better. This will also be my first classic book, so I'm looking forward to that as well, because I've never really been into classics, but I'm like, you know what? 2022 is a new year and I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. The next prompt is to read a book with 1 or more romance trope featured in it, and so I've been trying to figure out where I can fit this book in this readathon TBR, because once I read the first one, there is no way I'm going to be able to wait a whole entire month to read the second one. I was literally asking around so many of my friends, does this book have 1 or more romance trope featured in it, because I need to read it, and they're like, I think it does, I think you should be good. So I'm going to stand by this one and use that for this prompt, which again, super excited for this, especially because I have already heard great things about it. And don't worry, I will not post any spoilers because I know that's been a problem recently. The last prompt is to read a book with your favorite romance trope in it, and for me that is enemies to lovers, so I'm going to go with the book I Hate You More. I have actually seen a couple people on Bookstagram talk about this one. I know it's not popular. However, it does have really good reviews, so I decided why not, especially because I think it's only like 300 pages, so it should be a really quick read. Next up is candles, and even though I don't have a specific theme for March, I still associate it with the very, very, very beginning of spring. So basically not quite spring yet, but close to it. Essentially, March is a lot of eucalyptus and fresh smells, which you guys will see what I mean in a second, but I will say that this month does not have any specific scent categories either. It kind of just is a free-for-all. So for the first candle, I have white tea and sage. Let's see how long it takes for that to focus. There we go. So the fragrance notes for this are sparkling bergamot, I never know how to say that word, white tea, and fresh sage. This one is actually my favorite out of the March candles, which is probably why I decided to start with this one. However, I do want to show you guys another candle this month that is similar to that one, but is indeed different, and it is eucalyptus and tea candle. So this one has fragrance notes of zesty grapefruit, chamomile tea, and fresh eucalyptus. Even though this one has grapefruit in it, it does not smell fruity at all. It honestly kind of smells similar to the white tea and sage candle, which I'll show you guys a close-up of this one. But I did want to do a little side-by-side comparison of these candles because they are easy to mix up with each other, just because they kind of almost have the same name with that white tea smell in it. But these are the 2 candles that I recommend the most because they just smell so good. Okay, now we are really diving in to the eucalyptus smells because the next 4 candles are all eucalyptus. So this first one is white lavender eucalyptus. This one has fragrance notes of eucalyptus, spearmint leaves, and lavender. The lavender in this smells so good with the eucalyptus. This one is definitely going in my room. It smells so good. This next one is fairly similar. It is called Eucalyptus and Spearmint, so it does have the same fragrance notes as the white lavender eucalyptus. However, it just has sage in replacement of the lavender. It's very relaxing and I highly recommend this being a bathroom candle just because it does have that stronger spearmint smell. This next one is called Eucalyptus Mint. I don't know why it's taking so long to focus. There we go. So this one has fragrance notes of eucalyptus, spearmint, lemon zest, and sage. So this one is perfect for the kitchen because it has the lemon zest and sage added into it. This next one is called Eucalyptus Springs. It's very pretty looking. I love that watercolor eucalyptus print on it. So this one has eucalyptus leaves, sparkling spring water, and sweet lavender. I will say that you don't really smell the lavender in this one, but it does smell really, really good. This is actually one of their new candles and I really love it, so I totally recommend this one. And then the last March candle is also a new candle that Bath & Body Works released this year. It is called Bamboo. I don't know why it's taking so long to focus. Come on. There we go. Okay, so this one has fragrance notes of bamboo, jasmine, and grass. This one is very strong, so if you don't like strong scents, I would probably stay away from this one. This is one of the only candles without eucalyptus in it, but the grass in it complements the eucalyptus smells of the other candles really well. So if you're looking for a strong candle, I would definitely recommend this one. Okay, before I go, I want to do my monthly resolutions update. So if you're watching this and if you have written out your resolutions, go ahead and grab them out right now just so you guys can do a little checkup on how y'all are doing with your resolutions. So just going to go through mine really quick. My first one is to watch all the Marvel movies for the first time. This one I am not doing very well at. I still have yet to watch a Marvel movie. I think it's because I've been so busy these past couple of months, but I promise I'm going to start that one. The second is to read the Bible and devotionals every morning. I was doing really well at this to where I actually got through the second book of the Bible. However, again, life kind of just got really insane and chaotic, so I haven't had time, which I honestly can't even say that because I feel like I could definitely make time in the morning to read the Bible and my devotionals. But I guess I just haven't been prioritizing it, which I promise I will. My third is to switch from a night owl to an early riser. I think I've been doing pretty well at this. I feel like I've been waking up now around 7:30 to 8:30 every day, which is a lot better than I think the last update was like 9. So I'm definitely improving on that. The next one is to read over 100 books, which I think that I will be able to make a better assessment of this one halfway through the year. Next one is to stretch every day and get back into regular gym routine. Oh my gosh, I have not been stretching at all, so I definitely need to do that. Gym routine has been a little iffy as well, just because I've been traveling a lot. But I will say that I walked like 10 miles every day in Disney World, so that should count. Let me know how you guys are doing with your resolutions in the comments, because I'm definitely interested in hearing if y'all are around the same as me with like, okay, I'm kind of doing it, kind of need to step it up a little bit, or if y'all are just knocking out every resolution and being a productive role model. But other than that, I am super excited for this first readathon, the Forever Romance readathon. I hope y'all will enjoy it. Like I said, I think it's going to be a really fun time and just a way to branch out into different romance books and continue connecting with people. So yeah, I am manifesting a great March for everyone, and with that, I will see you guys next time.